This is one of the challenging situations most singles find themselves in at one point in life, and then the confusion begins to come in on deciding what is the best course of action to take. You might probably be in this situation right now, and you are also confused on what to do. Don't worry, you are not alone. When you meet someone that you are just so into, and they get everything about you without you stressing about how to teach them, most people describe it as your soulmate. They become a very important part of your life that you are scared of losing. But when you look at your life, it's just not the best time for you. You might be going through some stuff that you need to figure out, or for some, there is something you still need to achieve in your life before you can think of starting a relationship. Whatever the case may be, that makes the wrong time in your life to be in a relationship. Don't beat yourself up and be sad. There are things you could still do to help you figure out the best course of action. As a believer, one of the very first things that you can do when you find yourself in such situations is to pray. You heard me right. Prayer has always been the key and answer to every problem or challenge that we face in life, and that hasn't changed even today. The Spirit of God gives wisdom. It directs your path and makes things clear for you to see right through that situation and know the best course of action to take. King Solomon found himself in a situation where he had to choose the right course of action to take, and God gave him the wisdom to do so because he asked for wisdom, meaning the right kind of person you want, but at the wrong time is the best time you need the wisdom of God to help you decide what to do, because you don't want to be second-guessing yourself if you are doing the right thing. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 10 says, "If the iron be blunt, and he does not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength, but wisdom is profitable to direct." It says, wisdom is profitable to direct. As a believer, when you pray for the wisdom, God will give you and also direct you on what to do. In prayers, we get answers to every question. We talk to the Father about how we feel, our fears, and when you are done praying, be confident that He would answer and tell you what next to do. Secondly, you can take a break from being around the person. Before you get me wrong, taking a break doesn't mean you don't love them anymore, or you are going to completely withdraw from their life. It just means you need time to process the whole situation, time to think it through, and decide on what is more important in your life right now, and what you think you should be focusing on. During this phase, it's going to be hard when you are attached to this person. Still, you need to do this when God has given you wisdom. It's left for you to decide on what next to do. Being around that person would not give you the space and environment you need to think. Giving yourself a break from that person is a situation of letting go at that time. Trust me, if they are your destined spouse, they would come back to you. When you are so scared of losing a person, it just proves that we're never yours in the first place. Look at all the possibilities of you both being together during this break, and try to see if you truly can make it work at that time without affecting other important areas of your life, if it's also the will of God at that time. You need to answer and clear all these questions in your heart. When you are done praying and taking that break, the next thing that you are supposed to do is to be patient and allow things to fall into place on their own. Don't force it and try to bend the situation to fall in for you because you feel that's the only available options for you, and you either grab it now or lose it. Love goes deeper than that. The Bible speaking says love is patient. If they were truly yours, they would be patient enough to wait for you until you get to that stage where you feel the time is right. Don't be so much in a haste to start the relationship when you don't yet feel that God has said that the time it's right. If there is something that I am so confident about God, is that He makes everything beautiful in His own time. There are many people that you would meet in life that they would make you feel as if you have met the special someone, your soulmate, and if they leave, you are not sure if you would ever meet someone like them again. Trust me, that's just shallow thinking. You would still meet better people. One thing is certain, if God is the one that has sent that right person into your life, He would also give them the patience to wait for you. And when the time is right for you both, He would make it happen, so you don't need to be scared. When you have finished praying, you need to be patient and wait for the Spirit of God to also direct you. Don't rush it. It is often said, when you rush in, you rush out. God is going to see you through this situation. Trust in Him and be patient. After all this process, lastly, you can talk to the person about how you feel and hear what they think. It is said that communication is the best thing that every kind of relationship needs. Communication clears the air. Most times we worry and get frustrated about a particular issue because we keep it to ourselves and feel we can handle it on our own. It's not okay to help someone think or make decisions on their behalf. Let them think for themselves and decide on what they want to do. The only thing you are supposed to do is present the matter before them. Tell him or her how you feel. You would be so surprised that they too are feeling the same way you are feeling, but are also struggling with how to tell you, so why not take the step? Some might not be feeling the way you are feeling, but they would understand you and give you the space you need to figure out what to do. Others might be willing to wait. Beloved, you are never going to know the answer to all your questions or doubts. You're only going to keep guessing and still come to the same conclusion. Don't leave with the burden of what if I have done it this way and that way and live with the regret. All you simply need to do is discuss it with that person, and you would know how they feel and hear what they think you should do without any of you getting hurt. Matters of relationships are very serious or should be taken lightly. You need to get yourself and your life all figured out if you think you've met the right person. Nobody is interested in dealing with all your baggage. Know your priorities and know what you want in life at every stage that you find yourself. If the kind of person that you want comes into your life when you are still trying to get yourself all up, there must be a reason why they are there. Don't be pressured to force in a relationship when you know it's the wrong time. It's possible God just brought them into your life at the time to be a support system, and you might ruin the purpose when you begin to force things at the wrong time. Allow God lead the way, and He would make everything beautiful. Meeting the kind of person you want at the wrong time in your life is an expression of desire in the highest form. That situation can be intoxicating and not healthy. True love takes two people who are ready to take the necessary actions to make it work. And that's why the Bible says, two cannot work except they agree until you both are fully ready to make the necessary sacrifices to make the relationship work. At that time, then you can start. But when you feel you still need to work on something, allow yourself to do what God says you should do. Trust God in the process. The wrong time could be that you are going through a healing process right now, but you met someone who just compliments you. Still, allow yourself to heal. Don't rush it. It could also be your career for others. Set your priorities straight and pursue that career and be the better you. Most importantly, beloved, pray to God and ask for His direction. Only He can give you wisdom and direct your path. Remember, God makes everything beautiful in His own time, and the right time for you would come without stress. Stay blessed.